the social credit system, the behavioral economy of the future. Welcome back to AI Takeover, Jobs Lost, Jobs Born series. I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author. This video is going to cut straight to the next phase of control. Not financial, not digital, but behavioral. Because once your job is gone and money becomes programmable, the system still needs a way to manage you. The answer is already here. It's called the social credit system, and it's not coming. It's already rolling out, one behavior at a time. Let's define it. A social credit system is an infrastructure that scores your behavior and determines your level of access to life. That includes travel, housing, education, loans, employment, even social interactions. In short, what you do determines what you're allowed. You're not rewarded for effort or production anymore. You're rewarded for compliance, consistency, and alignment with system expectations. This isn't science fiction. In China, it's already active. Citizens are scored based on online activity, spending habits, social associations, and even whether they jaywalk. Low score? You can't buy plane tickets. Your internet slows down. Your kids get blocked from certain schools. The system shapes behavior not with threats, but with restrictions. And this model is spreading. Not as one big switch, but through the quiet integration of systems you're already using. Think about your digital footprint. Every time you swipe a card, post online, leave a review, track your steps, or send a message, data is collected. Every action builds a profile. Right now, that profile is used for targeted ads. But the next phase is targeted access. What was once used to sell you something will soon be used to qualify you for something, or disqualify you. You may already be participating without knowing it. Uber ratings, Airbnb trust scores, Facebook's content moderation system, Amazon's consumer behavior flagging, PayPal's account freezes. Banks analyzing your transaction history to determine risk level. It's fragmented right now, but soon it will be unified, aggregated, centralized. And once it's centralized, you don't control your score. The algorithm does. The system defines what counts as good or bad behavior, and it will shift based on policy. Maybe today it's spreading misinformation. Tomorrow, it's buying too much meat. The day after that, it's associating with flagged individuals. You'll be punished not for breaking laws, but for violating narratives. This is what replaces employment in a post-labor economy. When human work is no longer needed, behavior becomes the new job. Your lifestyle is the performance. Your digital footprint is your resume. Obedience is your wage. It's the behavioral economy, and it's scalable, automated, and self-enforcing. Let's look at how this shows up. You miss a payment, your score drops. You post something flagged by a fact-checker, your score drops. You interact with someone with a low score, yours drops. You take too many sick days, spend too much on entertainment, leave too many negative reviews, your score drops. And when your score drops, so does your access. You don't get notified, you just get locked out. You try to board a plane, denied. You apply for a loan, denied. You try to register a new account, denied. Not because you committed a crime, but because you failed a behavioral filter. A filter that updates in real time. A filter you can't appeal. The most dangerous part? Most people will accept it. They'll be told it's for their safety, for convenience, for fairness. They'll be told that bad actors need to be filtered out, that this is how we build a healthy society. And they'll agree because they assume they'll never be the ones flagged. Until they are. Let's talk about incentives. Why would governments and corporations support this model? Because it shifts control away from regulation and into automated enforcement. No need to pass new laws. Just tweak the algorithm. Want to discourage certain speech? Penalize it quietly? Want to reduce certain purchases? Add friction? Want to silence dissent? Score it as instability. Let the system police itself. It also creates a psychological trap. Once access is tied to behavior, people begin to self-censor. They conform preemptively. They change who they associate with, what they share, what they search. Not because they're being watched, but because they fear being scored. This creates passive obedience. And the system doesn't need force. It just needs fear of disqualification. Now let's talk about what this means for employment. In the behavioral economy, jobs will be issued based on profile scores. Employers won't hire based on skills. They'll hire based on behavioral reliability. That means staying within the bounds of system norms. If you challenge the system, criticize it, or resist it, you'll be flagged as a liability. Even if you're brilliant, creative, and capable, you're not system safe. And that makes you unhireable. Now extend that to education, loans, housing, insurance, medical care, social connection. The behavioral economy doesn't just gate employment, it gates life itself. And the more digitized the infrastructure becomes, the harder it is to opt out. There won't be a single switch that turns this on. It will arrive as convenience, until it's the only option left. You think cash protects you? It's being phased out. You think off-grid protects you? They'll gate utilities? You think speaking out protects you? The algorithm will bury you. The social credit system is not about safety. It's about total access governance. Let's be specific. Visa and MasterCard already deny transactions for politically flagged organizations. Patreon has already banned users for off-platform activity. PayPal has closed accounts for violating vague terms of service. Canada froze protesters' bank accounts with no trial. These are not one-off events. They're tests. Early versions of a global framework that ties access to alignment. And you don't get to opt out. Once your digital ID is connected to your bank, your job portal, your insurance provider, your transportation app, and your health records, you're inside the grid. And every action you take updates your score. In real time, in the background, without explanation. You will not be told the rules, because the rules can't be questioned. They're embedded in code. So what do? You build systems that are score-proof. You reduce dependency on centralized platforms. You learn to earn without permission. You find communities that operate outside of access-controlled networks. You position your value in ways that don't rely on digital obedience. Because once the behavioral economy takes over, there's no negotiating from the inside. And don't wait for this to become official. It's already happening. Every time you scan a QR code to enter a building. Every time you log into your health portal with facial ID. Every time your feed is shaped by what you didn't post. These are the early layers. The infrastructure is already here. The scoring will be invisible until it's mandatory. Let me be clear, the social credit system is not about punishing bad people. It's about defining good people as those who comply, those who stay silent, those who obey. And when that's the metric, freedom is a disqualification. So stop thinking of your job as the goal. Think of access as the battleground. Your ability to move, earn, speak, buy, build, and connect. Those are the currencies now. And the only way to retain them is to be unscorable, to never let your behavior become your leash. Build leverage now, while you still can. Hi, I am Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and SOS, School of Soul has a brand new series, the AI and Future Technology series. Look, you know the world is changing. And no, it's not going back to normal. Normal is over, and what's coming next is beyond anything we were prepared for. The School of Soul, AI and Future Technology series includes 319 videos on 1. The Download Society, How Data Has Replaced Destiny. 2. Predictive Future. Your next moves aren't random, they're forecasted. 3. Social Credit Systems. The behavioral economy now governs access. 4. Hive Mind. Synthetic telepathy and collective algorithmic control. 5. Nanobots inside you. Medical, military, and programmable intrusions. 6. Grief Tech. AI-fueled digital resurrection and simulated comfort. 7. Uploading your mind, consciousness transfer, and data-based identity. 8. Deep fakes plus AI clones. The replication of reality and identity theft. 9. Quantum humans. The merger of biology with quantum systems. 10. Digital afterlife, where your data goes when you die. 11. Resurrection science, reviving life through synthetic methods. 12. Immortal science, the end of death as we know it. 13. Longevity science, gene editing, anti-aging, and bio-upgrades. 14. Designer babies, engineered perfection before birth. 15. Artificial wombs, birth decoupled from the female body. 16. 3D printing, printing organs, limbs, and even humans. 17. The humanoid era, the rise of synthetic beings among us. 18. Legacy humans, the slow phase-out of unmodified analog people. 19. Smart cities, algorithmic environments that watch and decide. 20. Cloud-based societies, citizenship without borders or bodies. 21. Hackable humans, emotion, memory, and behavior under code. 22. Biometric scanning, your body is your password and your prison. 23. Sex tech, intimacy reprogrammed by machines. 24. Extinction of gender, fluidity, deletion, and design of identity. Every topic is fully explored with real-world technologies, patents, case studies, ethical analysis, and future forecasts. These aren't someday discussions. This is already happening. Join the SOS School of Soul Vault to overstand the future before it's implemented on you.